Hey guys, Fearu here, and today I wanted to share with you my Paladin deck. I've been using this deck in the tournament structure for the last week, and it's treated me very, very well. A lot of people have been asking me questions about it, and I just kind of wanted to share it, talk about it a little bit, and show you guys what it can do. This last Sunday, I played in the Draw for Turn tournament. It was $100. $50 for first, $30 for second, 10 for third and fourth. 131 players, and I came in second. Sadly, I lost in the grand finals, which was kind of lame. It was best of 3 format, and then the semis and grand finals were best of 5. But this deck carried me a long way in that tournament. And then on Monday, HearthstoneOpen.com runs a free tournament, which you guys should all check out. And I ended up coming in first place on that. Again, backed by this deck pretty strongly. I'm going to show you the semifinals of the Draw for Turn kind of in the background while I tell you more about the deck. So, initially, this deck's creation started when I saw the Deck Wars Season 2 finale. I'll have a link to it, but basically RDU ran this Paladin deck that I thought was like insanely good, and this is like torn off that slightly, but I adjusted it. So if you look at my deck, if you took away both Harvest Golems and took away Cairn, and then added a Big Game Hunter, a Faceless Manipulator, and Harrison Jones, that's what RDU's deck would look like. So why did I take those out? Well, the reason I made this deck was because I was looking for something to open up with. I was looking for a deck to beat. Basically, I knew in a best of 3 format, most people initially start off with aggro decks. Typically, people don't save an aggro deck. People normally save their control decks, which means I wanted to make something that could, beat hunters, that could beat Death Rattle Priests, that could beat Zoo, something that has a favorable matchup in all those situations. So I decided to take that Paladin deck that RDU had. I took away Big Game Hunter, I took away Faceless Manipulator, I took away Harrison Jones, and I added 2 Harvest Golems and Cairn. I added Cairn because I felt like it made the flow of the deck better. The curve, it just felt more natural. The additional 6-drop, it felt like you could slam it on turn 6 if you kept a good board control a lot and just had just really solid control of the game. But you can adjust this deck. Like, if you want to try this deck on the ladder, my suggestion is run the deck as it is from about rank whatever you are, because I know the ladder just reset, so whatever you might be up to about rank, probably 10, maybe higher. It'll probably change as the ladder develops. Then, once you hit rank 10, kind of feel out where the meta is. Some adjustments you can make to the deck. If you're running into a lot of Freeze Mage, you can take away a Harvest Golem and add a Holy Light. If you're running into a lot of Warlock, Handlock. If you're running into a lot of Handlock, you can take away a Harvest Golem and add a Big Game Hunter, and that changes the matchup by so much, it's not even funny. But this deck, as it is against aggro, does pretty freaking well. And if you feel like you're running into a lot of Control Warrior, you can just take away the Cairn and add a Harrison Jones, and it'll make that matchup a lot easier as well. You can also change the Harvest Golems to Shade of Naxxramas if you're running into a lot of control decks, because Shade does drastically better in the control matchup than Harvest Golem. Harvest Golem's a lot better in the aggro matchup because it keeps a lot more board presence. As far as mulligans go with this deck, it's really matchup dependent, but typically, man, I could go into so much depth into mulligans. To keep it short, if you're going first, you're always looking for Harvest Golem, Earthen Ring Farseer, Acolyte of Pain. It's basically, it's based It's basically it. You're looking for you're looking for all your 3-drops if you're going first. If you have a 3-drop and you have a 4-drop, that's typically that's like perfect. That is it. If you can get like a True Silver plus a Harvest Golem, or if you can get like a Peacekeeper plus a Consecrate, that's pretty good. I won't keep a like if I'm going first, I won't keep a Consecrate if I don't have a 3-drop. Like let's say I'm versing Zoo, because this is like the one mistake that I disagree with a lot of players. They'll verse an aggro deck and they'll try to play it reactively, and what I mean by that is when you keep any type of big AoE spell and you're going first, you're saying, okay, I'll let Zoo play their minions and then I'll try to kill them. And I don't think that's the right approach. I think the right approach is trying to maintain board control, and then their minions don't even get to attack you. You already have something down that's going to deal with it, and they have to start worrying about killing your minions. And I think that's a lot more effective. If I'm going second, though, I don't mind, because I have the coin. I don't mind keeping a 4-drop as much, and I don't mind keeping a reactive spell as much, because I know I have that additional card, and that can really make a lot of difference. Like I said before, you can change a lot of cards in this matchup to adjust how it plays, especially versus the control matchups. This is one thing I will tell you, though, because a lot of people I'm sure are going to ask, like, okay, I don't have Tyrion, or I don't have insert, I don't have Sylvanas, what else can I run? If you don't have these particularly legendaries for this deck, I would say don't run it. I would say look for something else. There aren't any real great substitutes. There are okay ones, but I would just say run a different deck, to be 1000% honest. I know that kind of sucks, and that's not what you want to hear, but it's better than the alternative. Anyway, I'll have an article up talking more about this deck on drawforturn.com. My voice is kind of like dying for some reason, and I'm really hungry because I just got home. But I will answer any questions you have about this deck on Reddit or on YouTube. I pretty much always have my iPad with me, so if you say something on Reddit, I will respond to you when I wake up. I usually wake up around like 4 o'clock or 5 o'clock Eastern. So shout to me if you have any questions. Hope you guys like the deck. If you hate the deck, whatever. And I'll catch you guys all next time. Take care.